Hello, everyone. Today is day 96 of my transition. If you're following along, today is a work at home day, and I got all my work done. I have to take my daughter to the dentist. She's getting her braces adjusted. So I have a couple minutes here between as things change and whatnot. So I thought I would make a video. And obviously, I got up this morning and I shaved. No makeup or anything. So I don't know if you can see the way I look. I don't know. Sometimes this camera than the phone, the quality kind of changes a little bit. So it's not always the same, I've noticed. Either that or just the lens is dirty. I don't know. But anyway, so today's day 96. We're definitely over the hump as far as the 3 months mark. Based on my own body chemistry so far. Well, before I get to that, let me just say that I am extremely tired. I'm feeling extremely tired today. I'm not sure if it's just hormones or the weather or what, but I knew when I woke up this morning that I was going to be in what I would call second gear all day. And so it's kind of happened that way, that I'm in second gear, so. But anyway, back to that idea of being over the hump. I think that 6 months is going to be a good indicator of kind of where I'm at as far as transitioning at work or whatever. There's two, maybe three elements of my life now that I don't present as a woman this way. If you'll grant me some poetic license and credibility to say that I'm presenting as a woman right now. The first of those obviously is my work, and got some feedback from the Human Resources Department, and they have agreed that no, they don't have to make a huge company-wide announcement, and no, they don't have to hold a festival, carnival, parade, and all that. I'm being a little bit facetious if you can't tell. But no, they wanted to have this like company meeting and, call everyone together and, and Robin's now a woman. And, it just, I don't know, it just rubbed me the wrong way. It's like, no. My plan has always been to just slowly work into it, to slowly transition into whatnot. So anyway, but I did get an email back from the very nice people, and they just kind of said, well, we want to have a webcast, and hopefully nobody will come. And I was like, okay, you're not listening to me, you're not getting the message, and that is that there's no reason to have a webcast. You have a webcast, well, how do you're going to have to send an email out. You're going to send an email out to the company and hope nobody comes. How about just not have it? And I understand, if anybody has their beef, and everyone has their opinion. I have my opinion, you have yours too. And you should be able to voice your opinion up to a certain point. And so, I fully expect, people to ask my boss and their boss and, "Ooh, what's going on with Robin over there?" And that's okay. Hey, and they can always come up to me and ask, but we don't need to have we don't need to have a webcast. We don't need to sell T-shirts in the atrium. Just let it go. Just let it happen. And it was kind of cool because after that email, two of the people on my advocacy team kind of came over. My immediate supervisor pulled me aside and said, "Hey, you want to go for a walk?" And just kind of said, "Listen, I hope I'm not overstepping my bounds, but if you don't feel comfortable with what so and so is saying, the webcast," she said, this is your deal. Don't be bullied into something you don't want to do. And basically, the other one level up manager kind of said the same thing in a different, pulled me aside and said, hey, I read, obviously we're all in the email, and don't, if you don't feel comfortable, da da da. Same sentiment. So I think that was really kind of cool. But that's a huge, not out yet at work. For all intents and purposes, I mean, I wear headbands, most of the time now, and I try to match, whatever color I'm wearing. Kind of wish my hair was a little more poofy on the back, but I think it'll come in. And, just people got to get used to it. But one of my immediate supervisor, said something like, and I don't know what, kind of clothes you're going to wear. I know you'll stay within code and whatnot. And I kind of looked at him. I said, well, to be honest, I said, I started wearing women's clothes to work 3 months ago. And he kind of looked at me and he said, yeah. And I said, I'm wearing them right now. I said, you can't tell because it's not what you expect. But, I'm wearing women's shoes. They're sneakers, but they're women's shoes. And I'm wearing women's jeans. And, my shirts are still guy shirts because I need that extra distraction to keep from noticing what's growing on my chest. So I read somewhere that, if you can get shirts that are kind of busy and have, an intricate pattern or whatnot, and if you have, the kind of shirts what I have are there's 2 pockets on the front, left and right, and it kind of, if someone thinks, well, maybe you got something in your pocket, I don't know, we'll see. Maybe I'm just deluding myself. Probably does not matter. So that's, I'm not out yet at work, but that's in the works. That's in the, plans. The other 2 areas, anything dealing with my daughter, like going to her school, I'm not out there. So when I drop her off in the morning, I don't have to get out of the car, but, on a day like today, I wear what I'm wearing now, which is obviously a female top. 30 seconds, I don't care. They're not going to know. But when I pick her up at night, I have to go inside the building, or in the afternoon rather. After school, I have to go into the building and I have to sign her out. And I have to usually visit with the people there. They give you kind of an update and whatnot. And so I am still, her father in a male mode, at that point. And that'll be a while, I think, before we overcome that. But the problem or the obstacle with that is that, obviously I can't paint my fingernails, every day at 3:30 or 4. I got to present as male. And so, I can get home from work. Usually I would have got home from work last night, Monday night, and I would have painted my fingernails. And then, all day today I'd have my fingernails and present as a woman and whatnot. And then, about 30 minutes before I go pick up my daughter, I take off my nail polish and clean my face and put on a shirt and a male shirt and go from there. So, I'm still kind of on a daily basis, got to present as a male at that time. And then the third area would be like this morning we're going to go to the dentist. And, probably doesn't really matter, but I'm still kind of presenting as a male. If I have to take my daughter to the doctor, I guess there's a fourth area too. If I'm sick, if I go to, I didn't really think about it. I guess I could go to my endocrinologist now if I'm not feeling well. And that's obviously when I go there, I present as a woman. Maybe I should do that, give him some business. But luckily, I don't get sick much. So like I said, there's kind of 4 areas that I don't present as a woman yet. And I think I'm building up to full time, which I guess is the second part of the video for today, is I'm trying to develop my wardrobe a little bit. I have, I have my own clothes, obviously. Over the course of the year or two, I've built up my own clothes. My ex-wife moved out 2 months ago, but I already had my own clothes. She had her clothes, whatnot. But again, I started 3 months ago wearing women's jeans and sneakers and whatnot to work. So I mean, I'm working into that, thing. But I need to figure out, number one, what's cool to wear and what's legally, in the women code, the unwritten code. They say don't wear white after Labor Day or whatnot. But luckily, I get catalogs very frequently now from Woman Within, which I've said before. And so I kind of use these as a guide. I kind of look through and say, okay, well, you can wear, that color with that color and those shoes with that color. And, again, I have, I've kept these for over a year now. So I have, I guess I just need to go through put them in chronological order so I can say, these are winter fashions, these are fall fashions, these are spring. And then also, but it's little things like, I tend to wear denim. I'm wearing a denim skirt right now that I absolutely love. It's 24 inches long, so it goes below my knees. I just love it. And it's what I wear usually all the time around the house. And, again, to begin to go outside of the house more often. Obviously, when I go grocery shopping, I try to, present as a female and go, which, is, again, wear jeans and sneakers. But, again, I'm kind of learning and I have to grow in that direction. So, that's about it. I noticed yesterday I was kind of set it into this voice. And I always was concerned before about, number one, sounding authentic. You don't want to sound like, Mrs. Doubtfire, and you don't want to sound like, whatever, not Lady Killer, that. I don't want to do it because I don't want to mess up my voice. I'm really happy with where it's at, but the really gutsy, gritty voice, you don't want to do that either. And so, my hope is I can continue the more and more I talk. Again, it's just a matter of using it. So, all that said, I do feel somewhat lethargic. I mentioned that earlier. But I also have a good sense of being at peace and being very, very happy. At the tail end of last week, my ex-wife kind of signed the divorce papers. Things are happening. You can't. Things are positive, and the dose of estrogen and spirulactone seem to be in the right mix. Breasts are extremely, extremely tender. But, Yep, I'm getting summoned by my cats. Yes, I will end the video. Yes. Alrighty. Well, I gotta go. Can't say no to a cat. Or can you? Alright, my friends. Hang in there and good luck to you. It's day, for me, it's day, did I say 96? I think I did. And until next time, bye. Good luck to you.